Hi, in this special edition of TFR Insights, we are covering the Open Mainframe Summit, and today we have with us Vlad Iovanov, Technical Lead of Cloud Foundry at SUSE, and he also serves as a mentor in the Open Mainframe Mentorship Program. And we also have a mentee of the project, Dan Pavel Sinkovich. Let's talk about the mentorship program itself. Because if I'm not wrong, as part of the program, the community is working on bringing Cloud Foundry, which is orchestrated by Kubernetes, to IBM Z. And SUSE recently contributed the work it has been doing with Cloud Foundry and Kubernetes as a project called KubeCF to the Cloud Foundry Foundation. So Vlad, from what I want to know from you is that talk a bit about the work that is going on to bring KubeCF to Z systems.
As you can imagine, Z is a very popular environment for enterprise developers, right? And Z systems are reliable, they're highly performant, but they don't have a path like Cloud Foundry. Something like that is not available on this architecture yet. So we've been planning for a while now. I think this is the third year that we've taken part in the Open Mainframe internship program to try and compile all the assets that we require for Cloud Foundry and run them on Z. The reason why this is an option now is because we're running Cloud Foundry on Kubernetes. Kubernetes is already available on Z, and because of that, all we have to do is still not an easy proposition, but we just have to make the Docker images work on Kubernetes, configure them in the correct way, and then have it run. So that's what we've been trying to do for the past 3 years now.
And it's, if I'm not wrong, it's quite a challenging task. So tell us a bit about what are the problems that you ran into in the last 3 years, and which are the problems that you've solved, and which are the problems you are still trying to solve?
So the biggest issues that we've had was compiling the cloud controller, which is the component of Cloud Foundry that has the API. It's kind of like the brain of the whole system. That component is based on Ruby, and it uses gRPC gem, and that one was very difficult to patch and to make work on Z. Other than that, because of Irene, we're very close to making everything work. We were, I think, just one problem away from actually pushing apps. This year, we've gotten farther than any other year. All the components are running. We're just trying to make apps work now.
So it's been 3 years now. Can you give us a state of the project, where it is, how further you are in have you completed it, or there's still some work going on in there?
So like I mentioned, most of the grunt work is done thanks to Dan. We've managed to build all of the images that are required to run Cloud Foundry. We have a stack that we used. It's a stack based on SUSE Enterprise Linux. We built it on OBS. We also have a build pack that can run there. All the Irene images are there. But when we pushed last time, when we tried to push, we got an error in Irene. So that's the last piece that we have to make work. Dan can talk about some of the server issues that we've had that we're trying to rebuild. But yeah, we're very close, very close. We're hoping that this will be the year that we can actually push apps.
Right, and it's also part of the whole mentorship program. So, and since we also have a mentee there, so let's understand how the Open Mainframe project is helping your job, and what kind of collaboration is there between you and mentees like Dan.
Because this is highly experimental, we don't know if it's actually going to work or not. A project like the Open Mainframe internship is amazing. It allows someone like Dan to learn about Cloud Foundry, to learn about Kubernetes, to learn about software development in general. And it also allows us to experiment, we spend a bit of time, but not that many cycles trying to go in a direction that, might or might not yield results. Fortunately, in this case, I think it will. But yeah, it's a great way to, to improve both ourselves as well as the mentees.
Now, Dan, I want to hear from you also that first of all, why you got involved with the project and what kind of help are you getting from Vlad?
In my first year of university, I was looking for some kind of work I can do to get ahead of my colleagues in university. I didn't really know all that much about Linux, just that it exists out there. But just by searching about other mentees' opinions on internships, I just found Open Mainframe project. I never heard about the mainframe before or anything like that, so that was my first contact with the mainframe. So like I said, I haven't got any idea about the mainframe, but I started researching and I started doing some pull requests after I applied for the project, and I just so I've read before that if you make multiple requests, you get more chances of getting accepted into the internship. So that's what I did. This was last year. So at the end of the deadline, apparently they chose me. I think just because of the pull requests, but I'm not sure about that. So that was amazing.
Perfect. Now, whenever I talk to mainframe folks, they do talk about attracting new people, new developers. But I'm talking to someone like you. Why did you feel, in today's world where everybody's running after new shiny object, Kubernetes, containers, everything else, why were you attracted towards this? You did touch upon that, but I just want to go a bit deeper into that. What kind of image mainframe has among new developers or students, and what attracted you towards this project?
So I'm excited about new things. I want to learn about things. In university, we don't learn anything about mainframes or even Linux or even command line. So everything I learned during the 2 years at the Open Mainframe project was new for me. Other colleagues I talked about Open Mainframe project and about mainframes. Absolutely nobody ever heard about a mainframe, but they weren't really interested because I'm doing a software engineering course, and most of them are just into software, and that's it pretty much. So I think I'm the only one there that really knows about mainframes, but I'm not sure about that.
Awesome. Now back to Vlad. You are also delivering a session, or you are having a session at the summit. Tell us a bit about the major highlight of the session, and also what are the key takeaways for attendees who would want to attend it.
Right. So I'm not sure yet which of the sessions will be accepted, but we have a ton of things to talk about. Developments with Irene, making it more stable, getting it into production readiness stage. We have talks about Kubernetes enhancements that we're building through operators. We're also bringing in new features in our KubeCF distro for multi-container setups for really large deployments. We've talked about this at CF Summit North America. Some advanced topologies where you have multiple Kubernetes clusters and you want to deploy multiple sets of worker nodes. Whether you want to do that for isolation purposes, to direct application traffic, and even separate applications physically on different hardware, or if your deployments are so huge that you actually need more than one Kubernetes cluster. So very advanced stuff there that's coming in KubeCF, as well as stability for Irene. So yeah, please join us there. You'll learn some very cool things.
Vlad, Dan, thank you so much for talking about your session and also about this project. And I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.